Hello Pisces, this is Magnolia Empress with your readings for June. I hope that you had a good, that May was good to you, and I also pray that June will be just the same. Alright, let's see what's in store for you during the month of June. Okay. Okay, so the first reading we have pride. Okay, Spirit, tell me what's in store for the month of June for Pisces in reference to pride, please. Spirit, please tell me what's going on in reference to pride for Pisces during the month of June. What do we need to focus on? What should stand out? What is our focal point in reference to pride? What's lurking in the shadows? Just a tripod, make sure that you can see what needs to be seen. Trying to work out my kinks here. All right. Okay, so with the Star card, you're working on your dreams and wishes, and you're working into your calling, moving forward on what you know is best for you. But with this King of Pentacles in reverse, maybe an earth sign, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or you just in that earth sign energy. However, everything is not falling into place right now. Fortunately, with this Nine of Swords in reverse, you're not really worried about it. You're not upset anymore. And with the Eight of Swords in reverse, you're also not feeling trapped. You're finding ways to cut these binds off of you and move forward. And the Six of Swords in reverse, you still need to be just a little bit more cautious, maybe because you're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You becoming reckless. But in the end, and maybe you need to kind of slow down just a little bit. Don't get beside yourself. Don't get caught up overconfident, because you have some help that is coming. You have there's a mutual feeling about a situation with another person. So with that, you have to kind of like have your wits about yourself, especially with this King of Cups. This could be you showing up in it, and then maybe focus on what can work for you and another person. Probably a child or someone younger than you, or vice versa. I'm thinking this has to do with family with this King of Cups and this Knight of Cups here. So instead of thinking about yourself, think about what can work for your family, okay? Maybe that's what this entire bottom row is about. You need to kind of think of others right now. What am I looking for? My clarifying it. Okay. Spirit, can you tell me about this King of Pentacles in reverse, please, Spirit? What can you tell me How about this? My nose is itching. King of Pentacles in reverse. What is this? This Judgment popping up again. So it's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to accept what Spirit is telling you, what your intuition is telling you, and follow your passions. Follow forward. With this fire energy, with this Queen of Wands, maybe there's a fire sign person coming through to assist you with this help. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Okay. What's the relationship between these two cups here? Can you tell me? Ooh, too many. But let's just take the ones that flipped over. All right. Okay. Again, I'm getting family energy because this is like this person is following and they're a little tinier size than the other person. So if you don't work with people or maybe get some insight from a person, a younger person, because they may be coming through with some information to help you. Any other messages in reference to Pride Spirit? Ooh, that was interesting. King of Swords, maybe in relation to a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But if you move forward cautiously and not in a state of mind of now I know everything, don't be afraid to receive help or ask for help, work with people, then you'll be safe with expressing your emotions and you won't feel so erratic. You won't feel as annoying to everyone. Okay? Alright. Let me see if there's anything else before I move on to how we get into the light. Nope, that's it. So for the light work, we have fruition. Okay, so with that being said, if you focus on the task at hand, then things will work out for your benefit. Especially with this moon right here, I see that you have control over the situation, Pisces. So, but just because you have control over the situation doesn't mean that you can be over demanding to people. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the saying? Pride goes before fall or something like that. So, still have a sense of humility about yourself with the things that you do. And then you show up again, Pisces. Okay, this is all of what I was saying before while I was shuffling. Okay, so yeah, if you nothing wrong with wanting to focus on your future, and this is just you showing up in a reading. But you see how, again, I think this happened in a previous reading with Pisces, or probably a reading for somebody last month. You have the wild dog, and then you have the domesticated dog. You don't have to be one or the other. You don't have to be, this is a situation where you will have to, whatever situation you're in right now, this is a thing where you have to find the best of both worlds and let them work together. In some situations, you may have to be aggressive with your stance. In other situations, you just have to try your best to compromise. And through that, everyone will acknowledge the power that you have, or the confidence and the knowledge that you have, and that you're good at what you do, okay? And then because of that, they'll be willing to help you out, and doors will begin to open for you, and then things will grow, but not because you overexerted yourself and you didn't have this smothering, you didn't bring in this smothering touch to it, to where you micromanaged everything, okay? Because if you decide to micromanage and kind of wave your authority around, that's where more conflict is going to happen, and you're going to have to start back over from scratch, especially with this Six of Cups. And everybody is really going to wonder what happened to the nice person. Okay, we were with you when you started the idea, but now you've turned into this Veruca Salt type, the Meryl Streep character from Devil Wears Prada. I can't remember what her name was in that movie, but you get what I'm saying. You get people. Yeah, so it's time for you to change. And it's the start of people realizing that what they already know all along, that you are a good person, and it's time for them to help to work with you. And then this whole I'm so alone, I'm all by myself and no one will help you, those days will be over with. So if you ever had that feeling it's not, and you've been thinking and planning in your head but not really sure how to move on bringing things to the light, boom, the Tower moment. Now that time of change is here, and now it's time for you to just divvy out the work. But once you divvy out the work, when I say divvy, I mean divide, spread it out, then let people give people a chance to follow through on it, and just keep your wits about yourself and stand in your power. With the Moon card again, and with the King of Cups again. So give people a chance. And even though with this card, notice how his foot wants to jump into the water, but being in the water represents your emotions, your feelings. He hasn't yet. And even with this, the crab or lobster, what have you, is coming out of the water, but it's just really looking up at the moon. They're more focused on what spirit is guiding them to do. So that's where you should put your focus at. I mean, it's nothing wrong with every once in a while having a meeting to check on people. And then again, this is asking you to come back as the leader. You're the leader in this moment, but you have to give people opportunities to do their best, so you can in turn do your best as well. All right, and then with this Sun card, it's confirming that everything will work out and things will come into fruition for not just you, for everyone around you. With this Ten of Cups, going back to this Ten of Cups here. And it's something that'll bring happiness for everyone. Because deep down, that's what you want in your heart. That's what your deepest desire is. You're a person who is really focused on family and being friends, and you have empathy for everyone. You know how everybody feels, but you have to remember it's not your responsibility to make everybody happy. Your only responsibility is yourself. And the way sometimes you make other people happy is you give them space to figure out stuff on their own. You don't know what's best for everybody. I don't know what's best for everybody. Shit, sometimes I don't even know what's best for myself, and I have to ask other people. Okay? So this was at the bottom of the deck. I just want to show it. It's a Two of Swords. So you have to make the choice, the hard choice of giving people space to grow. But keep in mind, there's that Sun card. If you do this will work out in your favor, okay? So let's get a card of advice from the Angels and Ancestors deck. Since I wanted to hop Eagle, see from a higher perspective. So again, this is reiterating that look at things from the bigger perspective, look at things from the other side, especially with this all-seeing eye here. I don't know if that's the point of it. And with this, it looks like a dream. Of course, it's a dream catcher, but you know the eagle flies very, very high above everything. They see things kind of like an airplane. They get a different view of things than we do, can just sitting on the ground looking at it from this level. So instead of looking at things from the 3D, look at things from the 5D. It's better look at things from the physical sense, what your natural 5 senses are. Look at everything from that 6th sense that you have naturally, okay? And everything will work out for your good, all right? At least for the month of June. Okay, so let's get ready and get into the second reading. The second one is home. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Pisces in reference to home. Spirit, please tell me what's going on with Pisces during the month of June in reference to home. Please let me know what's going on with Pisces for the month of June in reference to home. Okay. I had a song from the Wiz in my head, and I also have Luther Vandross's House Is Not a Home, which is interesting in itself. And I think that's just naturally the first song she thinks of whenever you hear the word home. So, one more shuffle. And let's see what we got. Ooh, okay. What is this? Bottom of the deck, we have 6 of Cups in reverse. So, okay. Again, this is in reference to your future and dealing with exponential wealth. You're ready to move forward with that. You're focused on it. You're building your education on trying to figure out what you want to do in reference to that. Where you going? Oh, okay. So, but again, it's something maybe you don't want to rush too. Don't move too fast about it, because this is a time. Maybe you silly. This is something that you really need to think about, because in this day and time, we are now in a moment where this is a time we have changes, huge changes that are coming that we can't avoid. So maybe the ideas you had at first, it's time to kind of like throw it in the garbage. Not really throw it in the garbage, but put it aside and come up with something new. Because now is not the time to take risk, because there could be some underhanded stuff that may be happening, or you just have to dig deeper to get more insight. And with this 4 of Wands in reverse, which is normally about finding like celebrations and things like that, this card is unique because it's like she's pulling them to the other side. Like, Is that his ideal woman? But now it's, so maybe the thing that you want to celebrate is not really there. So you're not really feeling about being home. You're not feeling comfortable where you are, and you want to move and you want to get things to move forward, but just now is not the time to do it, or as quick as you want to. You really need to rethink and come up with another strategy if you're planning on moving. I mean, so we don't know what the real estate market is going to look like now because of the pandemic, people trying to save their coins. I know, yeah, we're moving into phase 2, but now it's a thing of what is the cost of living going to be? Is that going to change? Are the benefits going to run low? Salary is going to increase? Because now they're looking at the disparities between the different wages for different races, between races and class of people. So it could be something also where they're changing how we do our taxes. Maybe the tax brackets will change. So yeah, it's a lot of new things that we're going to have to do and re-strategize now. And we're in that stage where it's like, now what is going to happen? So home isn't necessarily friendly right now, and this is something that's supposed to happen. So it's the cycle of life, but you have the strength and power to handle this. Don't stress. Now is the time to plan and start saving. Yeah, step lightly. You can handle it. This is new, and don't feel bad because this is new for everybody. I almost kind of feel like you saw this coming too. So as much drive that you have to move, I think you should wait. If you're thinking about moving in with someone, I think it's time to wait on that too. I'm saying that with this Knight of Wands right here. Maybe somebody is kind of asking you to move in, because everything isn't settled yet. Everybody is spinning right now. Everything is up in the air. And there you are, popping up. So give it because what's gonna feel good for home for you is a place where you feel like everything can be taken care of. I mean, it's cool. Maybe this is a good time to, it looks like it's a good time to buy a house, but then we don't know what the market will look like. We don't know what the Federal Reserve is going to do, what the interest rate will be like in a few years. Can you guarantee? Who's to say they might start that spiel again that they did with the flexible interest rate? Maybe they may try to pull that again to get people to buy houses. But we don't know how long the interest rate will keep decreasing. So you may still want to focus on having a fixed rate as far as housing goes. So you got to think about that. What is food going to be like? Yeah, it's time to look at your finances and your food. We need to, what is the resources for that are going to look like? Because if all of that is out of whack, you definitely don't want to be in a house that doesn't feel like home and everybody is stressed. And it's already difficult now, so don't add anything else into the mix that's going to make it look worse. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what we can do for now to make it at least be comfortable at home. Okay? And that is resistance. So if you're feeling a resistance to change, don't do it because it's coming. It's happening. Every time you turn on the news, there's another factor playing in a situation somewhere that is causing things to change. So we can't go back. If you were comfortable, if your days felt like good old days, you might have to find another way to make them good. You may have to try to find some better. We're on the road to better new days now. So I hope you took some pictures. And you can reminisce. But that's part of history. So I digress. Let's keep on. Spirit, tell me what's going on in reference to resistance during the month of June for Pisces. Spirit, tell me what's going on in the month of June in reference to resistance for Pisces. All right. So excuse me. Okay, all right. Again, don't resist the change. Don't try to manipulate things to happen. This part of the reading looked like it's a warning. If you still go ahead and try to take these risks and get overzealous and overconfident, it's gonna backfire, and you're gonna and this transformation is not gonna be what you want it to be, and you're gonna slowly and progressively go into something that's even worse, and it's gonna be a battle that you won't have the upper hand on. But if you do if you do decide to plan and heed the warning of things, of the kind of save up or look at the different variables that you have around you, things you'll have the upper hand on it, and things will work in your favor. And I like the sun card because he's holding up the sun. I want to say is that the earth he's holding up? But how he has control of the planets. He's in control of everything. Each planet has its own little personality, but he's cool with it. He's focused on the task at hand. And then this new journey that you have, you'll be able to, and this new beginning won't be as difficult for you as it will be for everybody else. And you will be in this energy of having control over your resources and the information that comes to you and your feelings, and you're just more focused on doing what needs to be done. And you'll probably end up being the person that everybody comes to for help, because they seen that as this situation came about, you kept your wits about yourself. So yeah, home and tradition is and what you're used to is going to feel different. And it's going to be difficult and tough, but I think you'll be all right, because you'll come out of it okay, because you got the warning now. You see the writing on the wall that things are tough now. And you're not in that state of mind that you're normally in, where you're not normally, but you're no longer have a victim mindset about yourself. You're more of, okay, I'm not afraid, I'm ready to get up and face this now, instead of feeling like I'll just put it on the back burner for now. You know what I'm saying? You're ready to learn. You know you can handle the the difficulties that's coming, because you're going to do the work. You're going to plan. You're going to say, okay, you're going to have different plans set up for where if a different variable or change comes, it won't stress you to where you'll be back in this bubble trying to hide. You're like, okay, what you got? Also, I gotta have this much saved up in escrow. Okay, that's fine, cool. I ain't got no problem with that. And okay, I may need to get some new furniture. All right, that's fine. My car acting up, that's okay. I got a warranty on it. I take it to the dealership, they get it fixed. Oh, my credit score is good, so I can just go ahead and trade it in for another car. Or whatever the situation may be, you know how to roll with the punches. And you'll just keep pushing forward, and you'll just push all of these different things that is causing resistance for you out of the way. Okay, let's get a final outcome card. You built for this, Pisces. You deal with your emotions so much to where outside factors, once you calm down your feelings about things on the inside, things that you face on the outside will be nothing to you, because you judge yourself more than others anyway at the end of the day, and that's just water signs, period. We either go deep under the water or we go deep in the dark. Okay, so final outcome is Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. So take this time to see what's going on around you. Do like a projection of what you think things will be for yourself. Be realistic with yourself. And remember, with a projection, it's not always factual. It just gives you an idea of what you can do. And with all plans, you can make changes. So you don't have to stick to it, but at least you have an idea of what you can and cannot do. And it gives you room to bend whenever necessary, all right? So I like this reading for Pisces. I think you guys can do it. This is kind of like the best one I had so far for the month of June. It's very optimistic. Okay, so this is the reading for Pisces. Readings for Pisces for the month of June. I hope this helped. Do all that good stuff of like, share, and subscribe. I'm also asking people, if you're having problems leaving comments, hit me up on my Instagram, magnoliaempress, and let me know what's up. And I will talk to you guys later, okay? Bye-bye.